Welcome back, cyber enthusiasts. In this video, we'll dive deep into the world of attack vectors, the pathways hackers use to exploit vulnerabilities. Understanding these vectors is crucial for anyone in cybersecurity. Before we dive into the specific attack vectors used by cyber attackers, it's important to understand the concept itself. Attack vectors refer to the methods and techniques employed by malicious actors to gain unauthorized access to systems or compromise the security of networks and devices. Just like a fortress with multiple entry points, computer systems have vulnerabilities that attackers exploit. In this video, we will explore a range of attack vectors, from the most common to the highly sophisticated, to provide a comprehensive understanding of the threats faced in today's digital landscape. Common attack vectors. Before we look at common attack vectors, I would recommend watching our earlier video on cyber attacks. We covered phishing attacks, malware, and man-in-the-middle attacks. We discussed tactics to recognize and avoid falling victim to these attacks. It is essential to refer to that video for a comprehensive understanding of these attacks. 1. Phishing attacks. Phishing attacks are one of the most prevalent and effective methods utilized by cybercriminals. These attacks involve deceptive emails, messages, or websites that trick users into revealing sensitive information, such as usernames, passwords, or credit card details. 2. Malware attacks. Malware, short for malicious software, is another common attack vector used to compromise systems and steal sensitive information. Malware can be distributed through infected downloads, email attachments, or malicious links. Advanced attack vectors. 3. Zero-day exploits. Zero-day exploits are highly sophisticated attacks that take advantage of vulnerabilities in software that are unknown to the vendor or creator. These vulnerabilities are not yet patched, giving attackers an advantage. In this section, we will explore how zero-day exploits are discovered, exploited, and the potential consequences they can have. We will also discuss the role of vulnerability disclosure and responsible disclosure practices in mitigating such attacks. 4. Man-in-the-middle, MITM, attacks. Man-in-the-middle, MITM, attacks are advanced techniques where an attacker intercepts and potentially alters the communication between two parties without their knowledge. By intercepting the traffic, attackers can eavesdrop, steal sensitive information, or even inject malicious code. We will explore the intricacies of MITM attacks, including techniques such as ARP poisoning and session hijacking. Practical examples and demonstrations will be provided to help readers understand how to detect and prevent MITM attacks. 5. SQL injection. SQL injection is a technique used to exploit vulnerabilities in a web application's database layer. Attackers inject malicious SQL code into input fields, or URLs, to manipulate the backend database and gain unauthorized access or perform unauthorized actions. We will discuss the impact of SQL injection attacks, common prevention techniques, and best practices for secure coding. 6. Cross-site scripting, XSS. Cross-site scripting is a type of attack where attackers inject malicious scripts into web pages viewed by other users. These scripts can be used to steal sensitive information, perform unauthorized actions, or deface websites. We will explore the different types of XSS attacks, such as stored XSS and reflected XSS, and provide guidance on how to prevent them. 7. Distributed denial of service, DDoS. Attacks. DDoS attacks involve overwhelming a target system or network with a massive amount of traffic, rendering it inaccessible to legitimate users. These attacks are often carried out using botnets, which are networks of compromised computers controlled by the attacker. We will discuss the different types of DDoS attacks, mitigation techniques, and strategies to protect against them. 8. Social engineering. Social engineering attacks exploit human psychology to manipulate individuals into revealing sensitive information or performing certain actions. Attackers may impersonate trusted individuals, use persuasive tactics, or exploit trust and authority to deceive their targets. We will delve into various social engineering techniques, such as phishing, pretexting, and baiting, and provide tips on how to recognize and defend against them. 9. Password attacks. Password attacks involve various techniques to crack or bypass passwords to gain unauthorized access to systems or accounts. These techniques include brute force attacks, dictionary attacks, and password spraying. We will discuss the importance of strong and unique passwords, multi-factor authentication, and other password security best practices. 10. Advanced Persistent Threats, APTs. APTs are highly sophisticated and targeted attacks that aim to gain unauthorized access to a specific target over an extended period. These attacks often involve multiple stages and can bypass traditional security measures. We will explore the techniques used by APTs, such as spear phishing, lateral movement, and data exfiltration, and discuss strategies to detect and mitigate these threats. It is crucial to stay informed about the latest attack vectors and continuously update security measures to protect against evolving threats. Regular security training, strong security policies, and a proactive approach to security are key to maintaining a secure digital environment. Let's look at some of the phishing emails and see how attackers craft convincing emails to trick users. Real-world examples. Let's look at real-world examples of attacks that made headlines. Two significant events shook the world: the WannaCry ransomware attack and the Equifax data breach. These incidents exposed vulnerabilities within organizations, leading to devastating consequences. In this video, we will dissect these cyber attacks, explore the attack vectors employed, and discuss the valuable lessons learned. 1. WannaCry ransomware attack. Overview. Occurred in May 2017, affecting hundreds of thousands of computers globally. Exploited a vulnerability in the Windows operating system, specifically targeting outdated versions. Attack vectors. Eternal Blue. Exploit. Utilized a leaked NSA hacking tool that targeted a vulnerability in the server message block, SMB protocol. Phishing emails. Initial infection occurred through deceptive emails, enticing users to click on malicious links or open infected attachments. Consequences. Data encryption. WannaCry encrypted files on infected systems, rendering them inaccessible until a ransom was paid. Operational disruption. Critical services like healthcare, transportation, and government agencies were severely affected. Lessons learned. Patch management. Regularly update software systems to address known vulnerabilities. User awareness. Educate and train employees about the dangers of phishing emails and suspicious links. Backup and recovery. Implement robust data, backup and recovery processes to mitigate the impact of ransomware attacks. 2. Equifax data breach. Overview. Occurred between May and July 2017, compromising sensitive personal information of over 147 million individuals. Resulted from an unpatched vulnerability in the Apache Struts web application framework. Attack vectors. Exploiting vulnerability. Attackers leveraged a known vulnerability, CVE 2017-5638, in the Apache Struts framework to gain unauthorized access. Insufficient security measures, weak perimeter defenses, and inadequate network segmentation allowed attackers to move laterally within the network. Consequences. Data exfiltration. Personally identifiable information, PII, such as social security numbers, birth dates, and addresses were stolen. Reputational damage. Equifax faced significant reputational harm due to the mishandling and delayed disclosure of the breach. Lessons learned. Vulnerability management. Implement robust vulnerability scanning and patch management processes to promptly address known vulnerabilities. Network segmentation. Isolate critical systems and restrict lateral movement within the network. Incident response. Establish a well-defined incident response plan to minimize the impact of a breach and ensure timely communication. The WannaCry ransomware attack and Equifax data breach serve as stark reminders of the ever-present cyber threats organizations face. By understanding the attack vectors employed in these incidents and the lessons learned, we can enhance our defenses and protect sensitive information. Stay vigilant, keep systems updated, and invest in comprehensive security measures to safeguard against future cyber attacks. Defensive strategies. It's not just about knowing the attacks, it's about defending against them. We'll discuss proactive defensive strategies, including regular security awareness training, robust antivirus solutions, and the importance of keeping software up to date in upcoming videos. Interactive quiz. All right, cyber detectives, it's quiz time. I'll ask you 3 questions related to the attack vectors we've discussed. Drop your answers in the comments, and let's see how many of you are mastering the art of cybersecurity. 1. What is the primary goal of a phishing attack? A. To install antivirus software. B. To trick users into revealing sensitive information. C. To enhance network performance with phish-related imagery. 2. What distinguishes a zero-day exploit from other types of vulnerabilities? A. It targets zero users. B. It exploits known vulnerabilities. C. It leverages undisclosed vulnerabilities. 3. How can users defend against man-in-the-middle attacks? A. By avoiding all internet communication. B. By using encrypted communication channels. C. By responding to all unsolicited emails. Feel free to get creative with your answers. As we wrap up this exploration of attack vectors, remember that understanding these pathways is crucial for building robust cybersecurity defenses. Until next time, stay vigilant, stay secure, happy learning.